What is going on, Strikers fam? And today we're going to be playing some Black Ops 3 because, well, first of all, we have some rumors, speculation going on in the Call of Duty universe. And, yeah, I've also been playing a lot more older Call of Duty games. I don't know if it's fun because it's casual, Black Ops 6 is boring, or what it really is. But something about older Call of Duty seems to be pretty popular right now, like Black Ops 3, World War II, Vanguard, Black Ops 4, been pretty active. That's just a that's just a handful that I've been playing as of late. Yeah, let's play some Black Ops 3. And before we get into it today, I just reviewed and tried the Brofist Blast G Fuel today. Hopefully you can see it. It is the Gummy Sharks reskin. If you know what Gummy Sharks are, well, then you know. But also, I need to get into the mix of Mango Lemonade and Starfruit. I wish it was Mango Explosion to actually make the Starfruit Mango, but we're using the alternative of Mango Lemonade, so bear with me on that one. But yeah, I thought today we'd talk about advanced movement. Yes, advanced movement. There's been some leak speculation, rumors, was what we're calling it, until confirmation, because I don't really like to say confirmation or real or official or leaked, or those words are kind of like iffy in my personal opinion. They're almost like clickbait. So yeah, we've heard talks that advanced movement might be coming back in the near future. We want to say a couple years down the road, as Advanced Warfare 2 might just be in the works and coming out very, very soon, probably after the new Black Ops 2 remaster, as I'm going to call it for now. You call it whatever you want to. But since Black Ops 6 has been kind of boring to me, kind of just which I kind of said this, I think I might even said it already in a video, that Black Ops 6 was going to have the same This is a nice game we put into. But yeah, Black Ops 6, I said this before it even launched. I think I said it even before the beta. I specifically said, and I quote, Black Ops 6 was going to have the same spiral or same like rotation, same player. I'm trying to find the words here, alright? But yeah, Cold War, when it just dropped, at launch, it was fun, it was great, and then after maybe like a month, we kind of got sick of it because everything at launch was basically what we played in the beta, which Cold War was a really good game. I'll be completely honest, but through its lifespan, it kind of had that rocky road. It wasn't really flat, it wasn't really always at a high stake. But once all the maps came out, once the game was more fleshed out, balanced, it kind of basically at its finished final point, the game was actually really good. So if you haven't gone back to play Cold War since the launch, then I suggest you do that. You don't have to, but I can tell you this much, Cold War has gotten a lot better since launch. So that's kind of where I think Black Ops 6 is going to be. But I also feel like there's more to it than just Cold War as a reference to her. Cold War, I think, was actually the better game. Because for one, that wasn't fun. But anyways, Black Ops 6 had a lot more enjoyable weapons to play around with, to use, the classes. I feel like Black Ops 6 just seems so bare bones. And like, I'm not being negative, I'm not being positive, I'm just simply critiquing and just having a conversation, just how I currently feel right now. As I have talked a little bit about Black Ops 6 and how I feel in a video that I posted, I think it was like last month. You can go check that out if you want to. If not, that's perfectly fine. Cool. Oh boy. Hold on. No! But anyways, as I was saying, like Black Ops 6, I just feel like the gameplay is kind of where it's at. The gameplay is fun. The Omni movement was definitely over exaggerated, as a lot of people are like saying, oh, Omni movement this, Omni movement that. It's kind of like when we just got mounting, I believe, in Modern Warfare 2019, which is definitely an underrated game. I still think it's a really good game. I think it probably has like one of the it still plays like one of the best Call of Duty games, in my personal opinion. Even the gunfight was really fun. The campaign was really good. Yeah, I just feel like Call of Duty is kind of in that point to where it doesn't know what it wants to do. It's just at that point of let's just keep cycling. This team does that. This squad does this. This group does that. And I think there was a tweet out to where somebody who worked for Call of Duty to make the games and basically had said instead of the dev teams making their own games, or just in general, if they would just all work on one game each year instead of being so separate, it would just be a lot better. And it's why they're so sluggish, so lackluster, so almost lifeless. I think Black Ops 6 is kind of just going to be going downhill from here personally, but maybe later on down the line when it gets more weapons, when it gets more maps, maybe it'll be enjoyable. Like I said, it's kind of what happened with Cold War. But Cold War was fun to play. When I hop on Black Ops 6, like, as of late, I'm being serious. I played maybe one game or two, and my instant thought is like, please get me on Black Ops 3. Please get me on World War II. Please get me on anything else. We hop on NBA for like a good minute. Black Ops 3 just, I don't know what it is, but it's just not it. It's not it. But anyways, going back to the actual point of the video about advanced movement, I kind of went off track a little bit as I normally do. If you know me, it's kind of my reputation. Buddy. But advanced movement, I don't think really has been really bad. I think advanced movement, like, honestly, is kind of fun when done right. I did recently just pick up Advanced Warfare. Go ahead and put the L in the chat. Whatever you want in the chat, go ahead and roast me in the chat. Bro picked up Advanced Warfare in 2024. What is wrong with this man? Please help this man. He needs medical attention. See if he's okay. See, I'm not okay. I'm already choking. But anyways, I did pick up Advanced Warfare, but I feel like the reason I think advanced movement wasn't perceived so well, Call of Duty was at the point to where we needed something new, something fresh needed to come to Call of Duty, and advanced movement just happened to have been it. We get Advanced Warfare, and it kind of had a potential. It launched, oh, we're not going to have microtrans. Oh, we're not going to have this. Oh, we're not going to have that. And the supply drop system, which I'm going to get some words for this one, but I don't hate supply drops. You done? Okay. So the issue with supply drops that people always had was the monopoly of DLC weapons being put in the supply drops and how much money that people tossed in, say 2, 3, 4, 500, and a lot of it getting out of those supply drops were just dupes or anything but the actual DLC weapons, and that was the actual issue. But I feel like supply drops wasn't too bad. I think it kind of gave you reason to somewhat play it. It was also kind of fun to see, like, spend a few tokens that you earned from playing the game, be it doing a challenge or whatever it might have been. And you get, like, cosmetics. Like, let me give you an example here that actually might help you out. So, in Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare had it. Infinite Warfare had it also. I think even Black Ops 4 had it too. Somebody help me out here if I'm wrong here. But here's an example. Like, okay, so here's like a bunch of clothing. Like, it's in the game by default. Like right here. Here's like what I have here is Firebreak. So here's like the black market. So the black market is the supply drop section. Kind of, I guess, is obvious by now. Uh, but it was all kind of customizations towards like, oh, you can change the body. Like this looks really cool here. It's classified. I don't have it unlocked, obviously. That looks pretty good. And then if I want to take like what I have on now here, I can take the head and like I can just freaking change it and go, well, I don't like that today, boys. I can go to one of these like standard ones or like a different um, like head shape or style or customization that's in there. It's like that's kind of like you get out of supply jobs or like a fancy blueprint that made your gun look really really cool. Like let me see, do I even have any of them that I can make an example with? Um, Okay, I guess not. Because I think Black Ops 4 did the whole blueprint thing now that I'm looking back at that. But just to make a point here, here's some really cool camos that came out. Like the Ritual looks really cool. I'm using this one on the AK, what's it called? The KN44, which I think originally was called the ARC 7. Somebody help me in the comment section. Let's see what else we got here. Jungle Party, Verde. There's this. There's all kind of stuff that came out of supply drops that was just cool. To where now it's all in a item shop that's just so expensive it's not even funny. Now I'm not saying I want supply drops back, but I'm bringing it up because I feel it's relevant to the conversation to where what came out of advanced movement that I feel gave everybody the ick to just which I don't think it was the movement itself. I think it was the system what we got out of it, which was again the supply drops that were all like DLC weapons that would cost people up the wazoo. Which I'm just gonna flat out say it. If you were the one doing that just to get a DLC weapon, they were looking at that as revenue and how much money it was making, and if it made good, well, they were going to keep doing it. So if you were one of those people that were actually spending all your hard-earned money or money you got from grandma, grandpa, your father, your mother, whatever it might have been, well, you were part of the problem. And I think it kind of goes for like even NBA 2K also. If a company sees a profit in a new idea that they wanted to see a profit, they're going to keep spitting it out. They're going to keep doing that over and over and over and over again. So, yeah, I flat out said it. I don't care what you say, what I just said. It's just true. But that's kind of what happened. They saw it as a profit. They took advantage, and boom. Now they're like, okay, they don't like the monopoly because, well, it was basically banned. So instead of supply drops, that's gone now. We have a item shop, which I guess is a little bit more balanced because then you're kind of like buying what you want per se. Like if you want this anime skin with the weapon blueprints and everything else. But there's also the factor of supply drop weapons having like a better, let me give you an example here to kind of help me out here. So if you see right here, you have the damage. I don't know if like actually doing math or like whatnot, but yeah, range, firing rate. So you see all the base statistics of all of the weapons. So imagine I go, okay, I'll go to the black market and I'm gonna get me a couple supply drops. So I'm gonna go back and go, okay, well I got a new variant of the KN44. Well, in that variant of the KN44, the fire rate would go up by 1, the accuracy would go up by like 2.5 or 4 or whatever it might have been. But the point I'm trying to say is like it was like a better tier or better version of that said weapon. And people didn't like that in Advanced Warfare because it kind of gave it that almost pay to win, I guess, perspective. So it kind of gave everybody an ick. So what I'm saying basically is it wasn't the time zone when the movement was brought out. What I'm saying is the certain things that came out of this system at the time. Like I said, it was the supply drops, it was the pay to win perspective, it was the I'm going to repeat myself, the DLC weapons that were tossed in there instead of just given to you as a DLC drop. You get to sit there and play or use money to actually get it. and the amount of money that some people actually put in just to get one weapon that they were going to use for probably like 5 minutes would be just horrible for the amount. But like I said, it was new, it was different, and when you see change in any big franchise, um, let's just say, I think a good example, like Assassin's Creed, you have a really hardcore fan base with the Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, Black Flag, Brotherhood, whatever it might have been. And then you have Origins and you had Odyssey, and a lot of people kind of dipped because the game franchise was trying to change and evolve. And when you do that with a franchise, it causes the community to kind of go unbalanced to where like they like it, they hate it, they love it. But for me personally, if it ain't broke, don't change it. Keep the formula that's still working and making new games, blah, blah, blah. I think at some point a game has to evolve to just get better. And I think advanced movement, again, I'm not saying I want to come back. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just looking at it just from a perspective, right? I think advanced movement, if it came back now, I feel like it would be great to where the people who did enjoy advanced movement would actually be able to enjoy the advanced movement and the game for what it is, and not have that idea of the supply drops and everything else we have said to where now all we're going to be looking at is like, imagine if like Black Ops 6 had advanced movement. That's really all we're really looking at. It's like, okay, now you can jump up over a building or whatever it might have been. Like, I just played a little bit of Advanced Warfare, so looking back at that, it was kind of more of like a double jump than it really was the jetpack that I really thought it was. But I still think Black Ops 3 did the advanced movement right. Infinite Warfare, I still think wasn't that bad, but if you're looking at gameplay, I think this one in Advanced Warfare, I think kind of defeat Infinite Warfare. But if you haven't played Advanced Warfare, you give it all the crap you want. The reason why that game was slipped under the bus for what it was is because it was released at that point where we're all sick of advanced movement. Hence why COD 4 Remastered was released next to it to make the sale of that game. So I still think you should pick up Infinite Warfare. Yes, big hot take to some people. If you pick it up for the zombies, because the best part of Infinite Warfare was the zombies. Some could say the campaign story, but if you are a big campaign guy, definitely go play that at the end of the day. But if any reason you buy that game, buy it for the zombies, because the way the zombies worked in that game was definitely underrated, and I think should be looked at for future Call of Duties. But I could stay here for another probably half an hour. So, moral of the story, should advanced movement come back? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section down below. For me, I think yes, definitely, because I think Call of Duty, is at that point to where it's getting somewhat stale, and I think advanced movement actually, futuristic stuff could bring change and a fresh perspective. Like I said, look at all the weapons we get from here that are just different. They don't look the same. They don't feel the same. They kind of have a unique, vibe to them. Now, will that bring back specialists like Firebreak, Spectre, Reaper, Nomad, so on? I don't entirely know. That's a whole nother topic that I can really talk about probably for another good minute. But would I like to see specialists back? Yes and no. That's maybe a topic I could save for another video. If you want to hear me talk about that, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll definitely make a video on specialist. Yeah, I was gonna do more gameplay with Black Ops 3, but I kind of got into this, not really a rant, but kind of like a breakdown conversation about advanced movement. So that's kind of why I stopped at the little main menu here. But yeah, once again, if you want to see advanced movement come back, do let me know, because I'm genuinely curious. If it does come back, what part of it do you want to come back? And if you did enjoy advanced movement, what was your favorite advanced movement game? Was it Infinite? Was it Black Ops 3? Was it Advanced Warfare? And let me know your personal takes or thoughts on it as a whole, and what do you hope to actually come to when it does get revived. And as always, make sure you keep it energized and do what keeps you going. And yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, join the Strikers family, and join the freaking Discord. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.